We are in November 2025 and you have less than 60 days before we enter the new year 2026. Less than 2 months. And here's what most people are going to do with these 60 days. Absolutely nothing. They're going to coast through November, barely notice December passing by, and then on January 1st, they're going to make the same resolution which they made last year and the year before that. And guess what? They are going to fail again. But you are not going to be like them. Because in this video, I'm going to give you 3 things that you actually need to do before 2026 begins. Now, these are not your typical New Year resolution tips. These are practical and actionable steps that will genuinely set you up for a completely different 2026. I wish someone had told me these things years ago. If they had, I'd be years ahead of where I am right now. And if you do these in the next 60 days, you will enter the next year 2026 with a real advantage, momentum, skills, clarity, and with a real advantage over everyone else. So let's get started. Before we get into these 5 things, you need to understand why this matters. The difference between the people who actually succeed in the new year and people who fail isn't what they do on January 1st. It's what they do before that. It's the preparation they do before the new year comes. It's what they do in November and December. Most people think change starts on the new year day, but winners know that change starts with preparation. And these 2 months, these are your preparations for the next year. Here's the truth. New Year resolutions fail because people start cold. January 1st comes, they get motivated for about 3 days. Then life happens, motivation fades, and by the next month, they have completely forgotten of what they have actually resolved to do. But if you prepare now, if you build the momentum now, if you start building the skills and habits now, then January 1st isn't just a starting line. It's just another day in a journey which you have already started. And that makes all the difference. So these things which I'm going to give you are not just the ideas. These are the foundations for making 2026 the year everything changes. So let's get started. So the first thing is, and this is the most important one, learn one high value skill in next 2 months. Not thinking about learning, not researching about what you learn, and actually start learning a skill that will make you valuable, that will make you earn money, and that will give you options you don't have right now. Here's what most people do. They enter every new year with exact same skills they had the previous year. Same knowledge, same skill set, same value they provide in the marketplace. And then they wonder why their income doesn't change, why their opportunity doesn't change, why their life doesn't change. But you can't expect different results with the same skills. Skills are the real currency in 2025 and in 2026, not your degrees and your job titles. So ask yourself, what can you actually do that will create value for other people? That's what determines your earning potential. That's what determines your options. And that's what determines your freedom. Now, I'm going to be very specific here because I don't want you to get paralyzed by choices. The skill I recommend you to learn in next 2 months is video editing. And let me explain exactly why. First, the demand for video editing is absolutely massive right now. Every business needs video content. Every content creator needs an editor. Every marketing agency needs editing work done. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook ads, everything is video. And the supply of actual good editors is still limited than the demand. That creates an opportunity for you. Second, you can start earning from video editing within 3 to 6 months of starting to learn. Compare that to almost any other career pathways. A traditional degree takes 4 years before you even start to look for work. That's a massive difference, right? The third point is the income potential is real. Beginner editor can earn up to 15,000 to 30,000 rupees per month. And with 1 year of experience, you can earn up to 30,000 to 60,000 rupees per month. And if you freelance for clients internationally, which is absolutely possible because you work remotely, you can earn from 1 lakh to 3 lakh rupees per month easily. And here's why starting now instead of January makes sense. By the time everyone else is going to make their resolution on January 1st, you will have 2 months of learning already done. If video editing doesn't appeal to you, other valuable skills also work: digital marketing, web development, copywriting, graphic designing. And if you like to edit videos or you are interested in editing videos, here's what you can do this week. I want you to start and download the free editing software called DaVinci Resolve, and just look for tutorials on how to use that software from YouTube for absolutely free. And trust me, you will thank me later. So the second thing which you need to do in these 2 months is set one major goal for 2026. Not 10 goals, not 5 goals, just one goal that matters the most. One goal that would make everything else unnecessary. Now here's what kills most people's New Year resolution. They set too many goals. They want to lose weight, learn a language, read 50 books, start a business, improve their relationships, get fit, earn more money, travel more, and on and on and on. And what happens? They get overwhelmed and they make progress on none of them. And by the month of March, they give up entirely. So the solution to this is one thing approach. You can choose one major goal that if you achieve that goal would make your 2026 a very successful year, regardless of what happens. All your energy, all your focus, all your time goes to this one thing only. And here's an interesting thing. When you focus on just one thing and actually achieve it, it gives you the confidence and momentum to achieve the another thing later. But if you try to do 10 things and fail at all of them, you will feel like a failure. So how do you choose your one thing? Ask yourself these questions. What would make the biggest difference in my life if I achieved it? What am I willing to work on every single day? What skills or achievements would open new opportunities for me? If I could only accomplish one thing in 2026, what would be that thing? For example, if you are learning video editing like I suggested, your one goal might be master video editing and complete 50 paid projects by the end of 2026. That's specific and that is measurable. That is challenging but achievable. And if you complete that one goal, your life in 2027 will actually be different. And if you want to know more about how you can learn to edit videos, you can ask me in the comments and I will help you. The third thing which you can do in these 2 months is build the discipline habit right now. Don't wait for January 1st to suddenly become a disciplined person. Start building that muscle today so you can enter the 2026 already strong. Here is the truth that most people don't want to hear. Motivation gets you started, but discipline actually makes you keep going. Some days you will feel motivated and some days you will not feel motivated. But if you are disciplined and show up every single day, regardless of what happens, regardless of how you feel, that makes the actual difference between people who actually achieve the goals and the people who don't achieve the goals. But discipline isn't just about being perfect or hardcore. It's simply about what you said you will do even if you don't feel like doing it. It's about keeping promise to yourself. And the way you can build discipline is by practicing it right now in these 2 months. Now here's what I want you to do. Pick one non-negotiable habit that you will do every single day. Don't pick 5, just pick one simple habit. For example, 2 hours of skill practice every day, a 30-minute walk every day in the morning, or no social media before noon. You can choose to read a book for at least 10 minutes a day. Something that requires discipline but is not very hard so that you can't quit. The 60-day discipline challenge does something powerful to you. It proves to yourself that you are capable of commitment. It builds confidence and creates momentum. And when January 1st comes, you are not starting from zero. You already have 60 days of proven discipline with you. So start tomorrow. Pick one habit, mark it on your calendar, and start following that habit for the next 2 months. This is how you build the foundation for everything else. Alright, let me be completely honest with you. These 3 things are not complicated. Learning a skill, setting up one big goal, building discipline. None of that is complex. But here's the thing. They are also not easy and most people won't do them. Most people will watch this video and feel motivated for 10 minutes and do absolutely nothing after that. They'll make excuses. I'm too busy. I'll start in January. I need to research first. And then when they enter the new year, they'll do exactly nothing. They will stuck with the same problem, same habits, same situations. and then they wonder why their life is not changing. But you have a choice right now. You can do these 3 things and enter the next year with a major advantage over everyone else. And when you will enter the next year, you will have a new skill, one major goal, and you will be a disciplined person. And you will be ahead of 90% of the people. So what actually requires here? It only requires one decision right now and a commitment for next 2 months. Daily consistency, some discomfort because it won't be always easy and fun, and a faith that this process works. That's what separates people who transform their life from people who are just stuck. And what do you get in return? A valuable skill that will pay you for the next decades, a crystal clear direction for your goal, and a proven disciplined strategy. So are you going to do it? Now, this is not another motivational video that you will forget tomorrow. This is your roadmap. These are your action steps. The only question is that you are actually ready to follow these steps or not.